Welcome everybody. We are sitting out here.
On the bus stop.
Yeah. And if you haven't been to our channel, this is Fogarty and Friends. So we make sure to join us on YouTube when I put this on all the other platforms too.
Yeah.
So go ahead though. Tell them what we're doing today.
We are going to school.
Dad's got many job interviews, and we all know I ain't ever had a job interview and not got the job in 38 years. So we ain't gonna start today.
And then we got this little sign right here that's the bus.
The Max bus.
Yeah, so when they're gonna take us to the school.
How excited are you?
Super excited.
Yay! She's doing such a good job handling everything so well. But she got a good teacher, so hey, what can you say? We know things are going very, very well. We are good news, good news, good news. So yesterday I got approved for our Section 8. So now I am on the waiting list, which is super, super awesome, you know. Having a child with medical needs and myself with mental condition needs, it's nice to be able to have the proper help. Full-time single father, I can comfortably work part-time, but I'm realizing it's hard to keep a full-time job because full-time job, you gotta have full-time daycare, and full-time daycare costs a full-time job paycheck. It's so weird how it works out. But with part-time job, at least you can get a little bit of help, and you know, not necessarily in free stuff, but help to help yourself with programs that you don't get offered if you have a full-time job. Eventually, I'll work full-time job though. Once Bird probably gets a little bit older, unless I can find some proper daycare around here by all means. When I mean proper, I just mean cost-friendly.
Bobby!
But it'll still leave me, I figure, she'll get on the bus at 8:20. So then, you know, if I can find a place that'll employ me by, we'll shoot for 9 o'clock. I believe she's off the bus at 3:20, so we'll shoot for 3. I got a pedal bike last night. I seen one on Facebook Market. I went looking for free bikes, but there was no free bikes, but there was one for $35, and you know, there was some kind man that picked Jasmine and I up walking when we was going to Myers to get my prescription, and we was walking for a while. Things are very far apart, you know, like 1.5 miles apart, you know, like things are far. And he picked us up, and you know, and asked how we doing, and we all know I'm friendly and share a situation, and was explaining how grateful we were to be to the new area and everything. And yes.
I might have to get off the bus, you know, because you might not be here to pick me up. So
I would never not be there to pick you up, so let's definitely never set ourselves up for failure.
I know, but then,
If you know.
but in this case, you have to interview a little bit too longer. Then, if I do ever get picked up, if I do ever get dropped off and you're not here, I will just be right here. Wait.
Just for the record, that has never happened, obviously, because schools don't allow kids just to get off the buses without their parents. But she means well in the aspect of she has prepared herself to be a very big girl if there was ever a situation to where she was forced to get off the bus knowing that Daddy was running late. She's just letting me know that she'll be right here. She won't go nowhere. She won't get in vehicles with nobody, even if she knows them. She knows the rules. Somebody tries to get near us, we kick them in the balls, and then when they're down, we kick them in the balls again and say, "Gotcha," because that's what we do. That's what we do. That's what we do. Even if you're a grown-ass man, you need no reason to fight. You know, someone's trying to kidnap you, kick them in the balls. It'll work. I said that as if that happened to me. No, I've never been kidnapped, but, you know.
Kick them 1,000 times so they know not to mess with you.
But no, look it, I just found $1. I find money all the time. So listen, so all my followers, and that's enough, it's got enough of the code on it to be able to get a full $1 from the bank. So any of you guys that know me that's following, because it doesn't tell me who follows me from my subscribers, but I post videos all the time about finding money on the ground. Which is so funny because now I know why I always look at stuff. I see everything so vividly. I can spot things from far away. But no, listen. As I was saying though, this nice gentleman, his name was Sherman. Sherman, I hope you read this. I hope you get to see this. I'm sorry I couldn't remember your last name. It took me a while to remember your first name, but then I thought about Sherman. You know, the Clumps, the what is it? I still can't think of the name of the the movie, but I know it's the Clumps. It's number 2, the Clumps. Something, the Clumps. Maybe even Doctor. Remember, he goes from a big guy to a small guy with the formula. I don't know what it is. Leave it in the comments if you can remind me of what it is. But yeah. The Clumps, though, to where he's sitting at the table, Mama is Sherman. So that's how I remembered the Sherman name, but we'll call him Sherman Clump. So listen, Sherman Clump, we appreciate you. Sherman Clump gave me $100, and I gave it back. I said, sir, thank you, but you know what? We are honestly fine. We were just in a little pickle. I'm more than capable of putting things together and you know, and getting back on the road. I mean, in 10 days, I already got us approved. We're gonna have our own home. You know, Section 8. They're gonna pay for it, and it'll be my own home, and then I'll take over payment. Everything's gonna be perfect. You know, so now I'm gonna have.
And he said that I won't miss $100.
Yeah, and he said. Yeah, he says honestly, $100 is nothing to me if it'll help you. And it just really made me think, because, you know, as I posted actually it was the morning I posted that, about literally the morning I made the last post on my Facebook, just about how when when I knew I was leaving, I was giving all of my stuff away, and everybody was asking me to how much money I wanted for it, and I told everybody, I don't want no money for any of the stuff that I'm offering you. Like, you're an amazing person, and you deserve amazing things. Like, I'm your friend. I see that you struggle with things. You've never told me that you struggle with these certain things, but I know I have these things that I can now give you, and I want to give them to you. And it just blew many people's minds, but they all accepted. And later on that day, you know, Sherman wanted to do the same thing. He didn't need $100. Anyways, so then that gave me $20 to be able to offer that lady for the bike. You know, I didn't have $35 to spare because I only had $100, and I gotta save it for emergencies, and just taking a third of what we had for a bicycle when I have feet, so be it. But the bike was well worth asking to do $20 for. So I told her, I sent her a long message, explained my situation, told her, hey, you know what, I'll give you $20, and I will come over and I will do some yard work for you. I will do anything you need me to, do some shoveling for the winter, you know, anything I can do to cover the yard, $15. She happened to work literally right next door, and was more than happy to help us out in our situation. So now I have, and the coolest thing is then she took it to the bike shop, and got it all completely fixed to where it's a brand new bike. So that way I would be able to have good transportation through the winter, you know. So now I have a super sweet mountain bike for the winter time, and it's gonna get me back and forth to all my interviews today, which I'm just gonna hit the Little Caesars interview first, and then I'll just get that job, because that's just what's gonna happen. It's kind of how it works. I have a very extensive background with food, and a very confident background. My skills list is just impeccable, and I'm very confident about that. If I ain't working at a restaurant, it's solely by choice. I know restaurants. I won't say better I know myself, because I'm very known with myself. But that's the second best thing I know outside of being a dad, is restaurant work. Yeah, so and then the thing is they pulled up my resume through, they were just looking for shift leaders, and they pulled up my resume and called me. They don't even know yet until the interview that I have experience with Little Caesars, because I thought I was being hired to be a shift supervisor, and I was going to work my way up to that. That's fine, but then the babysitter thing didn't work out, and I just didn't get the opportunity, you know. As we all know, before we lost our home, it was hard to find anybody to help me babysit, which nobody is supposed to help me, by all means. Maybe if I did a little better job at making friends, and I don't mean that like I'm not sociable, but I don't believe in just taking time out of my day to say, hey, how are you doing, in the aspect of not being productive for the contour. Like, I would rather be being productive than to ask somebody how their day was. But by all means, if somebody was in front of me, I clearly would say, well, how are you doing today, you know, and sincerely mean it. But you know, nonetheless, it is, it's been a blessing to be here. Transportation, check. Jasmine in school, check. A home. I was just, you know, trying to maybe get an apartment or a trailer, but like I'm about to get our own house. This is so amazing. Like, so, they have grant. So the grant that I got said they'll be able to help us out with a house up to $238,000. I don't know what that means in the aspect of like I definitely don't need that kind of home, but if there's one available through Section 8, we qualify for that much. But all right, here comes the bus. Jazzy's first day. Jazzy's first day. We're going to watch her get on the bus. If I can change the channel, I can't. But you guys have a good day. All right. We're going to watch her get on. All right. This is Miss Jasmine Fogarty. This will be her first day. And I was just told to let you know and everything. And, all right. Yep. All set up with the bus garage and everything. Just, Jasmine Fogarty. Should be going to Marquette Elementary. All right, yes, she had it set up yesterday. She called and had it specifically designed for us because of our situation. But she is all, and I'm on my way up there to sign the paperwork. That's why you haven't got it yet. All right, thank you. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. All right, so we are all good. Everything is fine. And I shall continue there. Yeah, I had to pull some strings to be able to get her on the bus because technically they can't ride the bus until you sign the paperwork and then get them enrolled on the bus and finish out the paperwork in school. But I told them, look, I get that there's a system, but systems can also be, you know, organized to help by switching things around a little bit. And then we just don't talk about it. We don't do anything bad, but you guys could be more than capable of allowing a little girl to get out of a bus and get an education while dad walks up to fill some paperwork. She don't need to wait 48 hours. Like, she can get an education. It's not necessary. And they agreed. They never thought about it like that. So now I'm on my way up to Marquette School so that way I can actually sign her up for the bus. But, you know, a mouth does not get fed that does not open. I get stuff done. That is one thing I do. I get stuff done, and I'm confident about getting stuff done. There is no, how am I going to do this, or what am I going to do? You know, I trust my intuition. I literally just follow my heart. I follow my gut. I do everything. Pretty much, yeah, I do everything that my gut and my mind tells me to do. I don't ever sit there and say, okay, what do I do next? I now just know what to do next because I confidently prepared myself the moment before. The moment is the moment is the moment. And once you get into that confident moment, there is zero worry. Zero worry. Zero worry, because nothing bad can happen in the aspect of whatever happens is what was supposed to happen. That is good because you know you confidently put in that effort. And now that I understand that, there's nothing but positive manifestation. And it didn't take being homeless to figure that out. But it did take a very, very long time to figure it out. I clearly knew this information for a while, and I've been using it and learning it. But I definitely do understand it better since our situation has arose. There's a lot coming, you know. And then the things that I've been doing for Crews for Schools, we all know why I started my YouTube channel. So hopefully I could, you know, the right person would watch this and be like, oh, okay, I really love that Crews for Schools idea. I really love the thought of turning homeless into heroes, all right? And having the homeless just stand out in front of schools, but they won't be homeless, they'll be unhomeless. They're standing in schoolyards. See, like, imagine this yard. Here's a school, okay, and there's all that. But you know, right there in this yard, there's just a bunch of homeless people just chilling. Just chilling. And the moment, let's say myself, I walk up. The moment I walk up, and I say I was gonna go to that door. The moment I walk up, all of a sudden, everybody that be sitting in this yard, they get up and they use their metal detectors. And if there's any sign, if it makes any noise, zip, zip. Sorry, you ain't going in there. Sorry, you ain't going in there. Sorry, you ain't allowed in that school. We ain't letting you. Has nothing to do with the schools. This isn't a school program. This is a my program. You know, we just won't let you in there. Period. Like literally. And obviously, you're not gonna fight to go in there. You're not gonna, you know, if you're about to go in there and do some damage, you know, which we're stopping you from doing. Crews for Schools, turn the homeless into heroes. You know, that's what we're stopping you from doing. Is going in there with your weapons. You definitely gonna put up a fight because you ain't gonna wanna distract the police or anything to yourself. And you definitely ain't gonna get in there. So you ain't going in there to hurt nobody. You might try to hurt one of us, but hey, that's a sacrifice we're willing to make to save lives. And in the process, we'll be saving lives, future lives. No more school violence. No more homelessness. No more trash to the ecosystem, because unfortunately being homeless causes you to have to leave a lot of garbage outside. That is the unfortunate cost of the situation. Which will make the world healthier, it'll be less waste. It's to bring families back together, because once all these people are doing good things, if they have done bad things before, we all know. I have a past. We all know I have a past. A past moment. But the moment is the moment is the moment, and the last moment does not define me. The last moment does not define you. So, having said that, it's like, gosh, I trailed off. I looked at something. I looked at a car, and I thought to myself, oh, what a cool car. And now I have no idea what I was talking about. That is the super, you know, I won't even say it's a flaw of having ADHD. It is like a superpower, because like, if I'm upset about something, which is very rare, I can just look at something and then totally forget I'm upset. And it's the truth too. But no, nonetheless, I'm sure I was talking about something cool. I mean, it could have been super important, and I still wouldn't know, and I don't just mean important to me, but it could have been important to the entire world, and I wouldn't know. So I don't know what I was exactly talking about. Crews for Schools. I was talking about something with Crews for Schools, but I'm not entirely sure what. But yeah, the right person definitely is gonna see this. And when we do, yeah, see, we out and about. It's far and few in between. I'm loving this Muskegon stuff, though. I am. Out and about. Let's see. I know I was talking about something. Well, shoot. Maybe in the next video. Goodness gracious. I just don't remember. But yeah, when we're not in the shelter, we have to be outside from 8 o'clock in the morning until 5 o'clock at night, which obviously today's the first day I don't have Bird, so I'm roaming myself. But I've had Bird out here every day, and we've bundled up. We've gotten clothes. Oh yeah, this is the bike that I got, which is super cool. You know, she got all the gears fixed, everything like that. Super amazing. Like, I am so grateful. And it's just, it's awesome. It really is. It's nice to have a fresh start that I feel, and truly do feel in my heart, that I have earned. I won't say deserve, because my fresh start came from a past of destruction, and nobody deserves to be in destruction. So I won't say I deserve a new beginning, because I feel I had to earn it. Deserving, in my opinion, means it should be not necessarily given to you, but will use the word hand to you because you've earned it without knowing. So before you can put it into that perspective, it's just deserved in the eyes of somebody else. So then it's therefore given to you without asking. You know, that I will accept for deserve. You know, and people are doing stuff like that for me, so that's cool. But like, I know I'm in this position because of, you know, up until April 29th, 2021, you know, up until that day when, you know, I got out into the real world again and I said, you know, I am a new person. I practiced for a whole year. I had an entire year to think about why I was incarcerated. I had an entire year to think about what I did wrong. Now, my year of incarceration was not deserved in the aspect of penalty, because when you go to trial and you fight for your innocence, you put your freedom in, you know, other people's hands, really. But the system's fucked. So what can you say? You know, people are allowed to be incarcerated when other people say, yeah, I just know it was him. He's got to be the one that did it, so let's lock him up. We don't actually have any proof. Literally, we don't actually have any proof. But somebody did something, so we gotta pin it on somebody, because there's proof something got done. We got no proof who did it. But we gotta blame somebody, so let's blame the drug dealer. Let's blame the drug, which is fine, because that's the point I'm getting at. In all reality, I see why I got blamed for the things that I got blamed for, why I had to do time for drugs and shit like that. You don't sell drugs, it is what it is. But my point is, for 36 years, up until, 35 years. When did I get out? I think I've been out almost 3 years now. Well, I don't know. In April it'll be 3 years. So 2.5 years out, 1 year in. So 3.5 years ago, the day that I did, you know, get locked up, I told myself I was gonna change. I did. I did. I said I am. I didn't say I want to. I didn't say I was gonna change when I got out. You know, I walked out of that courthouse. That's the other thing is, I had a choice. On July 7th, 2020, I had a choice. I did not have to walk out of that courthouse when I got sentenced to a year in jail and 5 years probation. I did not have to walk out of that courthouse and go to that jail. I could have walked, and they didn't say there was no cop to take me. But because I was already respectfully doing my bond and respectfully doing my probation and actually loving it and wanting to make changes out of it, I was allowed to walk over to, you know, jail and turn myself in. I did not have to do that. I could have made the choice to just continue walking, and I promise you I would still be gone today. I have many, many friends in many countries. I don't need a plane ticket to get there. You see, I choose to do the things that I do on a daily basis. I made that choice on July 7th, 2020. And I know I'm getting somewhere with this. I trail off a lot and I keep staring at stuff. Now, there was a point to that, just let me think. So when I got out and I already knew what I had to do. I already knew I was going to utilize the programs that were about to be set to me. I already knew that I was going to do big things because I no longer wanted to do nothing. And I wouldn't accept just doing a little. I figured, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to utilize the programs from my incarceration. I'm going to utilize the programs from my probation. And I'm actually going to get to know people in the system while I'm doing it. I want to learn from them. Okay, I figured, hey, I got 5 years to be with all these different individuals and do all these programs. These people are sitting in the positions that they're sitting in because they're good people. Why not utilize the knowledge that they're trying to share with me? Why not? And by doing so, and completing the things that I had to do, and when I say things, it's not like I'm trying to hide nothing for you guys, whatever, cognitive thinking classes and stuff like that, it's not okay to break the law. It's not okay it's not okay to sell drugs at all. It's not okay. It is not okay. Now, that was in my past, but I still own up to it and take full accountability every single day because, a lot of people don't understand that. Oh yeah, I know what I was getting to about why I'm in this situation, and how when I say that I'm in this situation because I chose to be, sometimes people look at me like, why would you put your daughter in this situation? It's like, well, I chose to. I chose to be homeless. I did. I 100% did. Now I'm not homeless. I have a wonderful home over my head. We live in a beautiful shelter, and I got pulled aside and was told that I'm making a difference. Like, the way that I speak with my modesty and my true kindness and love for other people, and asking every individual how their day is every morning, and when they're sad, saying, hey, just because the morning starts out rough doesn't mean right now is rough. The moment is the moment is the moment. I got all these amazing women that, are struggling so bad, actually being optimistic and realizing, wait a minute, the moment is the moment is the moment. And right now, I'm not in a bad situation because I may not be where I want to, but I am not where I was. And I have gotten everybody to realize that now. Everybody realizes that, like, y'all is in a good situation. You woke up today because your job ain't done. What do you mean that you're in a bad situation? You got work to do. Get to work, And now so many people are now smiling and asking each other how they are, and talking about all the super fun plans they got going on and all other things like that. But I tell you what, the very first 4 or 5, 6 days, hell, 7 days, this has only been happening like the past few days. The first week there, every single person in that center, I shouldn't really say person, it's just women and children besides myself, but, just complained. Can't believe that we have to get up and do chores. Can't believe that this is what we get for breakfast. Oh, we don't have this. What is this? I finally said something, and then I didn't apologize, because I don't apologize for things I mean. But now that I understand my monster, I also understand how to control it, and that's what makes you invincible. If you can articulate, and you can think, read, and write, and you have strength, and you know how to be a monster, you know how to protect, but yet you know how to keep that monster tamed, you're unstoppable. I'm unstoppable now. Unstoppable, period. But, like, having that mindset, seeing others having that mindset, sharing that mindset, has made a difference in so many different lives. Oh yeah, I'm gonna say, but yeah, I know they were just complaining, and I finally did it. I told them all, you guys should all be very, very, very ashamed of yourself for the things that you are saying. And they're like, well, why? We don't like this kind of stuff. I said, I'll be honest with you. I do like everything that I have here because that's who I am. But you're not expected to like the breakfast that you're giving. And because of that, you could just very well look the other way and not eat. You could just mind your business and starve. That's an option. Do you realize that when you say the things that you say, like, I can't believe this, I can't believe that, these amazing volunteers that come here, these amazing people that wash your laundry, provide you soap and do all that, that's what they do because they care. And then when you talk like that, that is literally, and when I say literally, I do mean it, that is taking a piss on somebody's dreams, because they get up every day dreaming that we do better, and you just want to piss all over them for doing it. This, I couldn't help it. I was upset with every single one of them in that cafeteria. I couldn't do it no more. I could not believe it. But the thing is, I could see and just feel the hurt on the staff's hearts. Like, and clearly it's always like, yeah, you know, but it's not like that no more. Now when we go down for breakfast, I hear everybody say, you know what? That looks really good. I'm really glad we got something to eat tonight. Kids, you guys should be thankful. Now parents are starting to tell their kids to be grateful versus every kid saying, ew, this is nasty, because their mama's saying it's nasty. You know, like, and being wasteful. And now instead of parents just filling up their plates and then their kids throwing away 3/4 of their tray, you know, that's just ridiculous. Ask your kids if they're hungry. Study your kids. See what they eat. It's going to be the same thing every morning if you do your job, because, well, you should have your kid on a diet. So, like, why are you throwing away half of this homeless shelter's food every day that they offer you? That could go in somebody else's stomach that's hungry. You know, but sometimes people don't know until they know. And it's not even sometimes. You literally don't know until you know. You don't know until you know. So when you know you don't know something and someone tells you, oh, yeah, you did, just let it go. Because you don't know until you know. But once you do know, you're not allowed to not know until you know again. That's not how it works. Once you know, you do something about it. You know, this entire experience that I have put in to my mind to be able to learn more about psychology and to really, again, I have been through a lot of counseling in my life in the past, well, since 2016, really, when I got in trouble for the first time for getting caught with weed and stuff when it wasn't legal, because, well, I liked to sell. I will 100% say liked. I used to say I just did it because I wanted the money, but no, I liked it. It was fun. I did it because it made me feel about the law. I did it because it made me feel like it was, you know, a way to get people to talk to me, because people don't really like talking to me, because I get really excited, and, well, you see me, like, I know I'm a lot to handle. I often wonder how 27 people even can have me playing through their TV. Not that I don't deserve to be listened to, because I more than deserve to be listened to. But gosh, I trail off so much, and I'm hard to understand. I can be very confusing. I'm very blunt. I will correct you instantly. I have no time for negativity, you know, and that's not 99.999% of the people in our world. And unfortunately, it's almost like I might find a half a person that can put up with me out of every 8,500. You know, there's 2 people back at the trailer park, 3 people back at the trailer park that have said hi to me since I've left. I used to say hi to everybody with intention on a daily basis, who all wanted my contacts in case they ever needed something, which is why I obviously am alive. But I understand why, because I have so much to handle. But you do find those good people, and they're all good people, but you do find those people that go out of their way, like the 3 that still contact me, to tolerate my high energy. That's what me and a tour to the therapist when I did the High Point Academy. Was it High Point or Highlander? High Field, which I can't believe I'm in there, literature now, as a success story. Yes, that is the truth. Well, everything I tell you is the truth. There's no reason to lie. For one, I could give a shit less what anybody thinks, so lying would just only mean that I'm trying to make people think that, like, anything but the truth. And I don't want you to like me for me. I want you to like me for you. Which means then I can be the best of service to you and help you out in any way possible. I mean, that is the whole purpose of life. The purpose of life is to find something that you can do. Yes, to make money. Obviously, we have to, pay our needs and put roofs over our children's heads. But find something that you can do that will help others. That can help others help others. I wish I would have learned about this. No, I don't. I don't wish I would have learned about this any sooner, because then it wouldn't work out. I wouldn't be equipped with what I needed to be equipped with to be able to do it. Like, I'm walking outside now, and I know I'm going to be outside for the next 9 hours, and there's literally nowhere to go when I'm new and I'm skiing, because I don't have my child. I can't just go into these, like, child-friendly places where I normally could and just kind of hang out and had the greatness to be, I wouldn't say warm, because I'm pretty warm. I know how to bundle up. But what I'm getting at is I'm okay with all this because of all those super long nights I spent in my teens and in my 20s walking the streets, making that dollar that got me in trouble, that got me into this position, that turned me into the man I am today, that I'm successfully started Crews for Schools. I just don't have my first building yet. But you know what? Now I'm in a building, and I have connections now that I'm building. See, they don't realize they're my connections yet, but they are. Every single one of them staff, yeah, I will be utilizing them, and they have no idea what they're a part of. And everybody at that rescue mission, they have no idea that they're my teachers. They think they're just helping another homeless man. They have no idea what they're doing right now. It's just teaching me so I can do the same thing they're doing. But it'll be Fogarty and Friends presents Crews for Schools, turning the homeless into heroes. It'll be at every one of my homeless shelters, in every single town that has a school worldwide. You wait, and we will definitely get it done. But I do gotta cut this video short, because we gotta go sign some paperwork for the bus, and if we don't go sign the paperwork here shortly, then Bird's teacher's probably gonna give me a call. But I know I trailed off into a bunch of different subjects and probably didn't finish even one of them, because I have no idea how even I got onto what I'm on to now. But again, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, and you guys all have a wonderful day, and we'll catch you later. Peace.